manage that. That's impressive.
We have all the faith in the world.
Yeah.
You know how fast you get those Cinemax adult highlights up on the screen? You could do the same with Messi highlights.
You do a highlight reel? Is that what you do when you watch Cinemax? Highlight reel.
Yeah, you don't want to take too long.
That's
but no, seriously. It's Paul's 100% right. This guy is the best probably ever. I would really, even Madonna and Pele in their times were great. This guy is phenomenal.
Well, let me tell you this: the Ballon d'Or award, which is given to the Player of the Year on the Champions League
in the world. So if you
best player in the world,
if you win the MLS, you could win it, but I don't think you're ever going to. But it tends to go to a guy in Europe because that's the biggest league, the Premiership of the La Liga or the Bundesliga. But yeah, it's up for anybody.
All right, it's going to be awarded November 29th. And you think it's going to go to Messi? If Messi wins, by the way, this will be his 7th win in a row. I've done my
Not in a row, but
7th win,
7th all time,
7th win all time. But he himself says he does not deserve it.
Really?
Yeah, because he got a red card at some point in the tournament.
Yeah, he himself quite. He said he doesn't deserve it this year because he got a red card this year.
When did he get a red card?
He was. I forget when he got it, but he did get a red card this year, and that's why he said he doesn't deserve it.
He was 4 years old. He was 4 years old, and he got a.
The only reason I think he's going to win it is because I looked up the odds.
Yeah,
that's why I think he's going to win it. So it goes by It goes by what you do with your country and your club. So in his club, obviously, he scores tons of goals. But because he won the Copa del Rey, which is similar to the Euros in Europe, it's the South American tournament, he finally helped.
The Copa del Rey?
Did I have that right? No, it's the, sorry.
Copacabana?
No, what is it?
I just knew he was
going to
go. I just knew he was going to go on a tangent.
I was so excited.
Once you said Copa, you lost.
Anyways, the South American tournament,
I was so excited. Finally a term I can understand.
He's going to break into a Barry Manilow song.
So because they won that, that he helped Argentina finally get a title, his national team. That's why people think he's going to win it.
Okay.
But
Bayern
Munich has a striker, Robert Lewandowski, who broke the all-time record for scoring in that league, which is something like a 40 or 50-year-old record. So he's got a chance. And then the guy you mentioned, Jorginho, was up there too, because he won with Italy and he won with Chelsea.
All right.
But I think Messi should win it. Forget the red card, just because he's just the master.
You think it was false humility?
I don't know anything about the red card. I'm going to have to look that up.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about it.
Yeah, we should.
He had the most assists in the tournament in South America.
When we look stuff up, we should really pay attention to what we're looking up.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. It's very important.
Because then we could talk to you, and we could say, it's this, Paul. All right.
You can look it up, Paul.
Speaking of November.
People see it. Look it up. Type in Messi red card while we're here.
U.S. is in what, second place what are they in second place? World Cup standings, second place?
After 3 rounds,
yes.
And they've got a game against Mexico?
Yep, who they beat in the Gold Cup. The Gold Cup. They already beat Mexico in the Gold Cup to win the Gold Cup for the first time in a long time.
So November 12th versus Mexico. Won't that be the MLS? Won't the MLS tournament be going on then?
It's close to the end of the regular season, but I think it doesn't overlap.
How about, all right, fine.
But you could see some key guys get injured in that game, and it was going to affect the MLS in a big way.
Huh. I say that I pulled this off of the State of Soccer Weekly, which is an online thing. I don't have the author didn't put his name on, but it's the State of Soccer Weekly in a story. And I saw this, and I thought this is why I pulled it out. Is he has the story is called 5 Lessons We Learned from the USMNT, U.S. Men's National Team, October World Cup qualifier matches. And I saw Greg Berhalter got it from this writer. Got criticized, and the subhead is, you always go for 3 points with a punctuation, exclamation point. To make the point, you always go for 3 point, because among other things, the writer says, quote, it was evident that Greg Berhalter was only concerned about getting a point on the road.
Against Panama.
Yeah, against Panama.
Yeah, we pitched him out last week about that.
I know. I saw somebody else
said they would tie Costa Rica, and I was wrong. They did win. They did come through.
Yeah, but they were down. They were down. 1-0
They should have given a PK, so it easily could have been 2 goals for the other team.
Yep.
They got a gift on that one.
And I don't know if you had a chance to see the United States first goal, Dave. but it was pretty impressive. The United States, that bend into the top corner was beautiful.
Yeah, by Des.
Yeah. You weren't watching.
No,
We have a-
not Costa
You
Rica.
know who Sergeant Bullcoulter is my guess. You're watching Hogan's Heroes, right? That's
Is that Burkhalter was not a sergeant. Sergeant Schultz. Who would think that Burkhalter would be? He's a colonel.
There was a Burkhalter on that
I
show?
think there was,
Really?
but it might be somewhat different than that pronunciation. But Colonel Klink would be visited by a visiting general over colonel, right?
That show would play well today, huh?
I think it would.
We're going to do a show about Nazis. I could stop right there.
Let me tell you. I think
Hold that thought.
even
No,
in
we're
the
not.
even in the '60s, I think there was a little bit of
I'm
concern
sure, yeah.
about that. But of course, it was. I
It
was just
paved the
talking
way for
something.
Archie Bunker.
Did I talk this? Maybe, but Archie Bunker wouldn't be done today.
Well, I think
I mean, you can't
the only
really
one
do.
who would be offended of a Hogan's Heroes today would be Germans. To show how
Yeah.
they did not make them look too bright.
Well,
I think survivors might say,
Yeah.
why are we joking?
Well, they did in the
That's true.
'60s. They did in the '60s, and
I'm 30 miles away in a concentration camp, and this guy's listening to the radio in the bunker, Colonel Hogan.
so I've got here in my notes Champions League. Was there something else in Champions League we wanted to talk about?
Well, we're only 2 games in, but some interesting little storylines. Like Barcelona has 0 points so far.
Really?
Messi left Barcelona, but they're in last place.
That's so funny.
Take a snapshot of that because that's not going to last.
I don't know. They don't look good, though.
Like you said, it's early though.
And then we have a team called FC Sheriff or Sharif that is in first place with Real Madrid under them. And that's a really good group. And somehow this Sharif team from Moldova is in first place.
Two games in.
Yes, we're only 2 games in.
Only 2 games in, and the last time you heard of Moldova, I think was a Three Stooges episode.
or I think it was Ed Batman, but that might have been Moldavia.
I feel like I should bring
Moldavia.
maps in. This country is right here. They have a
exactly.
team. They're playing them.
We'll get back to the Trinidad Tobago conversation.
Yeah,
later today.
I know that was one of the best conversations we've ever had. So, does this help your knowledge of geography? Being a soccer fan,
I think it does.
I bet it does actually.
No, but Paul makes a good point. When you start to see things shake up in a league like that with Barcelona and Real Madrid, and all of a sudden, even though they're 2 games in and you got another team on top, that's big news in the soccer world.
And that resumes.
It's not.
tomorrow.
You just don't see it.
So it's not like the NFL where some team gets a fluke 2-0 start, or an 0-2 start, or a 2-4 start, and
Well, that's 16 games. So this is a 6-game bracket. You have 4 teams in
it's
your
only
group.
6.
Yeah.
Play each other twice. The top 2 advance. We're a third of the way in.
Okay.
And if you don't, if Barcelona doesn't win their next game, they have 0 points after 3. They're probably not going to advance, which they have always advanced.
How long does it take to play these 6 games?
They stretch it out probably through the winter.
6 games through the winter?
Yeah, because they have to take breaks.
Because
remember?
these are the soccer weird.
Well, there's no breaks, but I'm saying they're playing the regular season, so they don't want them playing every week, 2 games a week. So they'll play a game this week, and then there'll be another 3 weeks off, and then they'll play again.
So I'll play for my team. If I'm a great player, I play for my team, and then I play in this tournament.
Yeah.
Okay, and I leave everybody, and I go to the same guy who was
No, you're not leaving everybody. You're with your team.
the team
The
player.
national team is when you go on break.
Okay,
So Barcelona just had a
right.
game yesterday in their league, but then they have a game this week in their Champions League.
Is that their version of the CONCACAF?
Yes. UEFA.
It's all coming
CONCACAF.
together for me. I got to tell you, this being a soccer fan must make you so smart, figuring out the leagues and the
All
schedules
the acronyms.
and all the acronyms.
All the acronyms.
CONCACAF.
Look up South America's acronym for their group name, and it might be longer than CONCACAF.
Really?
I think it might be CONMEBOL or something.
Serious?
Yes.
Commable?
Yes.
I think that was in a Batman episode as well. All right, the MLS tournament is starting in about, 3 weeks, 2.5 weeks?
Yeah, we have 3 games left.
3 games left. And I've never heard of this until I looked up something and I happened to run across this. Tajon Buchanan, is that how I pronounce his name? Tajon?
Yeah.
Tajon Buchanan, who's a Revs winger, plays for the Canadian men's national team. And after a win over Panama recently, Drake, the singer, had his picture taken with him and tweeted it.
Tell me that, really?
Yeah. Tweeted it out.
Really?
And I think he tweeted it out. I always assume it's tweeted out, but he did whatever, that social media thing. And the question is, are the Revs going to become a victim of the Drake curse? I never even knew there was a Drake curse. But do you know about it?
I do. I didn't know that he stupidly got in a photo with him. What are you doing?
Yeah, I know.
Personally, I suffer from a Drake's cakes curse. That's my personal curse.
Yeah.
But no, there is a lot to it. It's almost like the Sports Illustrated. Remember you put your cover of Sports
It's exactly like the Sports Illustrated.
And I don't know who would ever take that picture with Drake that even plays soccer because he is a Jonah.
I'm pretty superstitious.
Yeah.
If I'm the Revs, now that guy signed with a club called Bruges in, I think, Belgium. He's leaving after the season. I would let him go now.
because of the photograph.
I saw the photo. Bye. Go to Bruges. Bruges actually plays tomorrow in the Champions League. They're a very good team. He's going to do well there.
All right.
You don't have anything?
Well, no, he's not because he's got the Drake curse. He's going to.
You don't have anything for Bruges. Nothing. You have nothing. You're leaving that alone.
Bruges. I used to wear that aftershave. Don't criticize Bruges.
By the way, this is the South American group right there. How many letters is that?
Okay.
CONMEBOL. 7. Is that more than CONCACAF?
No, it's the same.
8.
CONCACAF.
Yeah, check that acronym. That's true.
Yeah. Wow. It's the same number, but it's CONMEBOL.
No, I think CONCACAF is 8. CONCACAF. This is exciting. This is
it.
riveting. Let's count the letters in the end.
Yeah. I don't know why you would show me that.
To the length of acronyms, we've really gone down.
Let me give a partial list of. Now, here's the thing. Drake is a big sports fan, and he's a celebrity. So he likes to meet athletes. He likes to get pictures of himself with them on social media. And here are some teams that he's ruined their chances.
Well, before you get to the ones that he's ruined, didn't he have a link to Toronto when they won in the NBA? I thought he was.
No. Well, I'm going to get to that. But it's Arsenal, Man City, Manchester City, and Paris Saint-Germain have all been victimized by the Drake curse, as have the Kentucky Wildcats, the Crimson Tide, and Conor McGregor, according to this story that I have from 2019. However, Toronto, which he's a big Toronto Raptors fan, and they suffered quite a bit. But in 2019, they finally won the NBA championship.
So the curse is broken.
Well, maybe that's what I was trying to find out, but I couldn't find anything newer than 2019.
Yeah,
but it's really funny because during the playoff run of the Toronto Raptors, the Raptors won, and Drake tweeted out a picture of himself wearing Philadelphia 76ers shorts during their round against the 76ers. So clearly he recognized the great power that he has and turned the whammy on them. I don't know if he dressed in the Milwaukee Bucks wear for the next round.
Well, notice the curse was broke. Maybe you know how everything's worth half as much in Canada. Maybe the curse is only half as strong in Canada.
Maybe.
So maybe it's over with basketball, but there are 3 soccer teams here.
Yeah, that have gone down in flames.
Cursed, and now he's with the Revolution.
Yeah, I think you're right. You got to send that guy to Bruges. They'll teach him a lesson. Go to Bruges. All the shout-outs. I'm sorry, I got to get to the shout-outs. MaxPreps.com. Their top 3 male teams. Would you like to guess what the top 3 male teams are?
Oh, that's good.
I know Hingham's one of them.
Yeah, Hingham's number 1, 13-0. Masconomet Regional, 17-0. Arlington, 11-0-2 is next. And there are a lot of undefeated teams right now in Massachusetts. Those are the men's teams. The girls' teams are Bishop Feehan of Attleboro, Acton Boxborough, and Danvers. Danvers is undefeated, 8-0-2. They're the number 3 seed. Hingham is just below them at 10-0-1, and there were a couple more undefeateds. But interestingly enough, Bishop Feehan, 9-1-1. Acton Boxborough, 12-1-1. Both having a great year. All of them having a great year. And Framingham, by the way, I know that you're interested in this.
Oh, yeah.
15th among male teams.
I noticed most of the teams at the top of the map